recently got a request for a different kind of hunga called a Shongo. It's similar but different kind of a deal. It's got the same little blade down here and then two other blades here. I have no idea how this is going to fly, but I'm certainly going to check it out and test it. It's made out of the same material, the hunga. It's AR400 armor plating. And that means I just have to sharpen it. I don't have to heat treat it. It's already heat treated. So I'm going to sharpen it up. I'm debating, the pictures I've seen, every possible area is sharpened. But I think in the interest of cost and, well, quite honestly, safety when target practicing with this, I'm definitely going to sharpen this one, and this one. I'm debating whether to sharpen this one or not, because some people who are used to throwing tomahawks come straight over their shoulder, and this has a tendency to stick in the back if you, here, let me see. This might stick you in the back if you're not careful. So, I'm debating this being sharpened would be an interesting thing too. But for now, just these three edges. I've got one side rough ground. See the edge. I've just got to repeat it on the other side to make the bevels meet. And then, yeah, we'll switch belts. I've got both sides rough ground now, and I made some additional edges. Let's see if I can get the light right here. I put an edge right here because it just seemed logical the way it would fly. And I sharpened the bit of the backside of this spike. See if I can show you here. Because it's not going to be in contact with somebody's back when they throw it. Not even if they go this way. And then if you do throw it this way, it's got more likelihood to actually do something as well. So I'm going to switch out to a lighter grit belt and kind of polish the edges a little bit. Here it is, all ground and polished. It just needs a handle wrapped on it, final hone, and then I'll rub it down with linseed oil. I think it's... Here's a finished Shongo next to a hunga for a size comparison. Pretty much the same weight. Again, just a slightly different version. And now we're gonna throw them.
Hey, hey. Yeah.
Be careful. My nephew says I need an extraction tool for these. And it did bend.
It will kill.
It will kill. And that's why I didn't make it out of high carbon steel. That's why it's AR400, because you can straighten it again.
Am I allowed to say that, or is that a liability?
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I could make that point a little thicker. And then, whoops, we don't want to. There. This guy, he went in that far. So yeah, on the next one, I don't think I'm going to sharpen the back side of this. I think that if it's like that one, it's a lot more meat to it. Come here. It's an ironwood limb.
That's
Look how far it is.
penetration.
Are you recording this? Don't say stuff like that. Look how far it went in. I mean, it split the stick. You clear back into here. And this one. It went in that far? Yeah. This stick's pretty good. Extraction tool? There we go. Bring her on in.
That splitter, real nice.
Oh yeah. Here, let's trade. I'll go for a minute. I do it much closer than you. Not in the shot.
Let me, yep. Takes logs with it. Let me get a good view of that.
Explain what happened there. That was curved over from my previous.
Yeah, this was curved over previously.
We're going to grind the edge different in the future because that's too weak. This is just a test. But
It still punctured the barrel.
when we were throwing this point actually started to bend, and it actually rounded all the way over. It still stayed relatively sharp though. And what's weird is when you throw it, it would hit the block of wood, make a gouge in it, almost like a gouge for making a bowl, and then stick in anyway. And then since it was already bent over, just for giggles, I threw it at a 50-gallon drum, and it still went through the 50-gallon drum. I was pretty impressed with that. I think the culprit here is if you look at this edge here, it's not sharpened on the backside, and it's a lot stronger point. What I did with this one, I sharpened it on the backside, and I think it just made it too thin. So I'm going to correct that by grinding this again and just kind of making a shorter point. And I think it'll give it the strength it needs. And then the ones I make from then on will have that kind of tip versus, it'll just be sharpened on one edge. Here's the new point ground. Much stronger. Yeah. Whoever gets the first one's going to know it's the first one because of this back edge being sanded a little bit. Yeah. Overall, a very fun thing to throw.